Sand seems reasonable. Let's see what we can find from here. A little worse when they play turn 1 Scamp. Well, no red source, but we take the torch 100%. Yep. Do the red source. I think we just go Enduring Vitality. Torch the tower down the Questing Druid. Hopefully they don't have a torch the tower of their own. Deals damage to any target. Let's go ahead and just jump there. I think that's the safest option. The odds of being able to keep it alive are pretty slim. If we take 4, I don't care too much. It keeps us from taking 8. I'm gonna kill our Thunder Trap Trainer, that'd be fine. That's pretty good for us, them wasting the 4 damage on that, not hitting us in the face. Hearth Elemental, huh? So here we will cast Storm Chaser's Talent and a Botanical Sanctum and pass. I guess we could Thunder Trap Trainer. Try to set up for a decent turn next turn because they have 2 fresh cards. They discard a Callous Sellsword and a Leyline of Resonance. X number of cards in your graveyard that are instant sorcery cards and have adventure. I think I like casting this. I think the odds of us dying here are pretty slim. That's 4/5. Hit me. Not worth losing our creature to a pump spell here. That was a pretty good draw. So we can Song for 5. Blood Valley Flood Caller. This town ain't big enough. Target this. It's pretty weak, but I think it's worth keeping. Grab a forest. Roaring Furnace down the Emberheart Challenger. Main phase turn inside out, huh? I'm gonna Calisol sort it. Looks like it. Yeep. Go to 7. Go to 2. Towards the tower's not a bad draw. I think I'm supposed to Questing Druid and then shoot this with the Torch the Tower. Leave this dead to the Flyer. Plus a spell, but... Well, not dead to Monstrous Rage. Well, it's not as it stands. I'm dead to it next turn, but... That was a good draw. An Enduring Vitality. And then... Storm down... Or... Roaring Furnace down the Questing Druid. Scamp probably kills us. Soul Sphere doesn't kill us. I suppose we... Let's Serum Visions and see what we find, I guess. Or a Sleight of Hand, I mean. Scorching Dragonfire is really good. I tap like an idiot. I meant to keep this up so we can Scorching Dragonfire this thing. Now any pump spell kills us. The mysterious 812 was a thing put in, huh? I'll have to look and see what it is. I didn't see it yet. Oh, we're dead no matter how we block because I tapped like an idiot. I'll have to look and see what it looks like. I saw they put doubling season in. I thought that was kind of cool. I must be blind. I'm not seeing it on Mythic Spoiler. I did see they put Slagstorm in as well. I like Slagstorm. I think that'll be a nice card to have in Standard. Oh, there it is. Coma. I guess I saw it, but didn't see that it was a new Coma. I thought it was the same as the old Coma. Trample Ward 4. Whenever it deals combat to a player, create 4 3/3 blue serpent creature tokens. That's funny. That's true. This one can be reanimated, which is huge. And the fact that it basically has hexproof if you reanimate it, because it's got Ward 4. I think we keep this and hope to Sleight of Hand into a red source. I don't think we take the island. I think we have to take this to try to dig for a red source. Or just find a red source like that. That works too. I do think I'm just main phase torching this. I'm wondering if anyone will be cheating a Progenitus into play. I do love a good Progenitus. It was a little greedy, but I think it's worth the shot. Try to hope they hit something that they can't cast. Hit an untapped land, which is unfortunate. Kill the Emberheart Challenger. Go ahead. We've unlocked all their lands. We have not unlocked our lands, unfortunately. Well, we're going to try to Obliterating Bolt it and hope they don't have a Snakeskin's Veil or an Overprotect. But at least if they do, they're casting it on their turn and not our turn. Questing Druid's fine. Okay. I wonder if they cast the turn inside out just to... Oh, they have a creature to play with it too. That's rough. So this still going to hit us for 5. Minimum. Oh, they're just going to kill us? Okay. Rough. This hand is questionable, but we can at least get our second land and then hopefully our third land. We get our mountain first. That way we can Questing Druid. Drew a blue source, which is nice. They throw an Anoint with Affliction in the graveyard. It's good for us. Probably means I have another one in their hand, but we can hope they don't. I don't think we need to fire this off because we're pretty happy with just playing land here and then playing Valley Floodcaller on their turn. Let's get a Flood Color into play. I'm 90% sure this is just going to die. Either do a removal spell or I'm countering it, but we have a bunch of Valley Flood Colors in our hand, so I think this is where we want to start. Sheriff's down. I'm pretty okay with the same line this turn. There's the Archfiend of the Dross. I might actually want to do this now, because I kind of want to find a cheap thing to put into play to hit with our this town ain't big enough. Oh, we also just found a Patch Paw formation. That's disgustingly good. That was a phenomenal Seek the Beast. I think I just want to go find another land. Attack for 1. That's fine. You gonna trade him a Thunder Trap Trainer? Sure. Let's go ahead and Questing Druid and Storm Chaser's Talent. And I probably will Sleight of Hand as well, so this gets out of cut down range. Honestly, just kind of hoping they unlock the second part of their ritual. Archfiend of the Dross, that's fine. So here we want to... This town ain't big enough. These two. I think I actually just want to Storm Chaser's Talent and hold up another This Town Ain't Big Enough. Player land, pass. Opponent is dead. They go to 8 and we kill them with our critters. Alright! There aren't a bunch of big demons. The Roaring Furnaces aren't quite as good. I like the Rowl's Crackling Wit. They kind of have a hard time dealing with that. And then we just kind of want to be able to combo them out fairly regularly. Patch Ball Formation deals with everything we need to deal with, and so does This Town Ain't Big Enough. This hand's fine. Start out by getting some Storm Chaser's Talent into play. Duress me, huh? Great pickup. I feel like our otter's about to get cut down. No? No cutting down of the otters? My otter will live to fight another day. Alright, let's go ahead and swing. Go ahead. Next step, I'm just going to Questing Druid since they want to sit on whatever they're sitting on. It's a little unfortunate. Let's go ahead and Questing... We can play Island. I'm going to removal spells. Lose 5 counters. That is funny. The card that removes 5 counters I think is like legitimately decent right now. There's so many Archfiend of the Dross floating around. It's not very nice. I could like bounce these 2 things. I don't think that's worth it. I think it's close, though. I think it's almost worth it. If we were light on gas, I think that would be correct. Morale's pretty good. I don't think we want to jam that. They play Spell Stutter. I also don't think we want to attack into their open reef. I think we just pass, end step, cast Valley Flood Caller, and force them to answer it. I'm assuming they probably have an answer to it, but... Doomsday Extractor, eh? That's fine. Let's go ahead and flash in a Valley Flood Caller. Bounce these two. So, how do I win here? I can Song for 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that should be lethal. Song for 3 plus play Storm Chaser's Talent should be lethal, I believe. Four, 5, 6, 7, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 damage. Not bad, not bad. Go ahead and play your big giant demon. Sounds reasonable. Let's do it. Getting the better hands here. Getting some decent stuff to try to work with here. I like it. Hopefully we can avoid playing just mono red all night long. I feel like that's definitely where the popularity is at this moment in time. I don't think I want to waste my Analyze Upon. We have plenty of lands. Meticulous Archives. Plenty of some Oculus, probably. I don't think I want a Questing Druid. I think we're just jamming Enduring Vitality and seeing if they have a Counterspell or a Soul Partition. Moment of Truth, okay? The Jin. They get the early Jin. That's rough. Early Jin into Founding the Third Path. It's not a very nice opponent. These are pretty darn rude, actually. So we just have to pass an end step questing druid. We'll seek the beast here and see if we can find something to do. Yep. Okay, but a land in the graveyard. Didn't find an Oculus yet. Unless they found one to play out of their hand. Yep. Assuming they have another soul partition. There's the Oculus. It's not good. Is it Oculus time? If it's not Oculus time right now, it's Oculus time on their next turn, because they haven't found a third path to pick up their helping hands. Recommission. Annoying. Resolves. Go ahead and seek the beast. I mean, this town ain't big enough to just bounce these two. Maybe we shouldn't have done this, because that was kind of our plan. Probably would have been better. I guess it's alright, because we get to play Roaring Furnace. This is awkward. I think that was just a mistake. I think doing the Seek the Beast was wrong, because we should have just untapped and played this town ain't big enough, and just wasted our last turn was probably correct. Because, like, now I'm casting Roaring Furnace to kill the Jin. Because we have to. No, I think I'm just playing... Get a Song for 2. To try to get some creatures in play for our Enduring Vitality on the following turn. We take 6, 7, 8. Go to 6. That's wrong. I think we're supposed to play this. Bounce these two. They get to pick back their Jin up. There's nothing we can do about it. The problem is they get to put their Jin and their Oculus back into play this turn. So incredibly awkward. They didn't play their Oculus. Just strange to me. Roaring Furnace? They know we have another answer to the Jin. They're playing Bane Deck Negate? They're playing Bane Deck Negate. It's strange. I don't see that much out of those decks. I can go get a Valley Flood Caller. See what we find. Find double Valley Flood Caller. Go ahead. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a good night. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Here's Dismissal. We are probably just dead. They just need 2 instant sorceries to kill us. Or flip up another Jin or something off their face down card. Or there's Davidoculus hiding in their manifest pile too. That's good. It's a good card. Good magic card. Alright, so we don't want the torches, we do want the patch pot formations, we want the ghost vacuums. Obliterating Bolt is like okay, but not incredible. Probably better than Roaring Furnace. Nah, yeah, probably better than Roaring Furnace. This town ain't big enough is very good in this matchup. If we can stick an early Ghost Vacuum, we're in a very good spot. Would love to be on the play. Yeah, it's fine. Whip goes vacuum. We have sleight of hand to try to get us a little deeper. The vacuum! Start eating cards out of the graveyard. Want to make sure they don't get up a stockpile of cards. Thunder Trap Trainer it is. They're supposed to take to this town. This answers Oculus, the other one doesn't. Yes, it's phenomenal. Early Ghost Vacuum against this deck is just so good. They don't really have any great ways to answer the Ghost Vacuum. They can Soul Partition it, but that's about it. Charge a course. I'm starting to wonder if we should be playing a third Ghost Vacuum in the board anyway, because this deck is so prevalent. Like, this and Mono Red are the two decks we play against, honestly, probably almost 50% of the games we play. The difference in post-board games where you have a Ghost Vacuum and you don't are so massive. I found an Oculus. So we didn't need to exile anything in response because they couldn't have just cast an Oculus because they only have 5 cards in their graveyard. It's a good thing to keep track of. Let's go ahead and eat an Oculus. I think Ghost Vacuum is a very defensible card to play in the main because it's not dead in almost any matchup other than Mono Red and the Gruul matchups. Because even against like the bigger green-black decks, if you're killing their creatures or they're killing your creatures, eventually it just turns into a 6 mana, bring a bunch of things back. Which honestly is probably good enough most of the time. So I'm going to do this for 2. Because we can cast Sleight of Hand at instant speed if we want to pump our team. Which is cute. That is incredibly rude. Absolutely uncalled for, opponent. We do need to try to end the game at some point in time, so we'll start swinging in. See what opponent wants to do with this. They want to target their Soul Partition. I do think we are basically forced to do this. We can't let them, because if we don't, they can just hit our Ghost Vacuum with the thing. Yes, it has a very high ceiling. It's honestly just a good card. It's one of the better, like, targeted graveyard hate cards I've printed in a long time. Ah, good. I didn't hit a big beefy thing. They can put an Oculus into play next turn. I'm curious if they're going to want to Into the Flood our Ghost Vacuum and let us draw a card. No, it's a fish. We get a fish for that one, not a card. Just cast the Prankster, eh? Let's go ahead and Thunder Trap. See what we find. I like it. I like it. I think we're just setting up for next turn. Alternatively, we could have held back to hold up. This town ain't big enough for an Oculus that can come down this turn. Is it eyeball time? There's the Oculus. Okay, go ahead and eat again. Keep them nice and low on cards. Even if they do stick a in, it'll be fairly weak. Let this resolve. They know that we have in this town ain't big enough. Now we have 3. I'd like to bounce these 2 things. How do you feel about that, opponent? I'm assuming not very good, since you're thumbing through your hand. Okay. Let's go ahead and recast Storm Chaser's talent. I wonder if they flipped another good creature is why they don't care too much. I want to do this because I want to be able to attack with our Otter. They get into the Flood It, that's fine. That only puts them up to 3 cards in the graveyard. If they have another Free the Fae, they could Free the Fae here and then cast the Oculus again. Flip a Monastery Mentor. That's a little challenging for us to deal with right now. Kind of surprised I didn't save the Flood for our after they flip the Monastery Mentor up on our turn. Or like right here, like Moment of Truth into the Flood is probably better than just bouncing it on our turn. So like I can bounce again and replay. I don't think that's what I'm supposed to do. I think we're supposed to pass. Unstep Valley Floodcaller. Yep. We're in a pretty bad spot here. That is another Oculus. They can just cast Oculus now, but they have to do it now. Which is fine. Problem is, they have another Into the Flood Maw. We are in a really, really bad spot. So the question is, are we supposed to try to play around it by casting this and bouncing these 2 things? That's probably the safer option than just trying to Valley Floodcaller here. That draws and makes mana. Which 4/2 guy? The Mirror Copy enchantment I think is neat. I think I'm supposed to bounce these 2 things with one of these. I think that's like the correct play. It's too devastating for us to have this get hit by Into the Flood Maw, I think. Maybe it's not. So we play this. The Into the Flood Maw. We just gonna untap, play this again, and then bounce. They get 1/2/2 out of it. I think that's probably fine, actually, the more I think about it. I think this actually is correct. Because worst case scenario, they bounce it, and I think that's actually okay for us. The more I think about it, I think it's okay. Draw 30, copy 20 times, haste rat. Oh, geez, that seems pretty good. Alright, I would like to cast this and bounce these two. Like to cast Storm Chaser's Talent again. Seems like a really weird time to do this. How irresponsible is it for us to attack with everything? 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. They have to block 2 creatures. So, like, we kill this, and they have 4 prowess creatures. We have 1 blocker plus a bounce spell. I think it's probably fine. Doing good. This is our second game or third game. I guess they technically only have to block this, but I don't care if they keep a Picklock Prankster around. Alright, so we put opponent to 2. We're at 17. I feel pretty confident we'll live through this turn. How are you doing tonight, chaps? Well, I mean, I can't let that happen. Well, any spell and we die, and there's nothing we can do about it, unfortunately. Actually, that's not completely accurate.
Ghost is going to be in Omaha next August.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Huh?
Thanks
for telling me.
Yes, of course. 6, 12, 18. So I have to block and bounce an attacker. They'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers back. We need to draw. Good. I'm also ready for Meditation to be out. Well, so the mentor's not what's... That might have been correct. I'm not 100% sure. If we bounce it before they start casting all the spells, they still can like get all of their creatures up to be prowess big enough to do what they want to do, and they also just don't have to attack. I feel like my best chance to win was to get them to attack and do something almost silly to give us a chance to try to win. So here I think we have to do this first. Because we need to hit Enduring Vitality. Which we did not hit. I was trying to find the best way for us to possibly be able to win the next turn, and I feel like holding that was probably correct, but I'm not 100% sure. Drawing a card here doesn't matter, because we can't get to where we need to go anyway. That's really unfortunate. would have found an Enduring Vitality there, we win the game. I'm like 80 to 90% sure we had enough to win the game there. Damn it. Yeah, I'm also ready for the election to just come through and be over so I don't have to hear about it anymore this year. Oh, that sounds fine. Storm Chaser's talent into a couple Roaring Furnaces is pretty good.
Oh lord.
Yeah, that's fair. To attack with my otter. Go.
There was no fear. She looked up here and just jumped.
Interesting. Let's see what we hit. I don't like seeking the beast this early, but we need to see if we can try to find some lands. I think I am going to just sleight of hand to try to find a land here. Then cut down. Attack for 2. Go ahead. This is the worst time they could cast this for them, because if we have a Seek the Beast, we get to save our creature and we get to keep the cards for next turn. I also think we just cast the Valley Flood Caller. I'm okay with taking 1 hit from this Archfiend of the Dross before we bounce it with a this town ain't big enough. We also could kill it with double Roaring Furnace, as long as I don't have a Spell Stutter, but I feel like that's asking a lot. I think it's safer to just this town it. I also want to do this before I cast a Questing Druid, because I don't want to lose my, this to a Spell Stutter if they have one in their hand. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's better to just have Flood Caller in play. Hey, they had the Spell Stutter. Look at us playing around that. That would have been devastating. Alright, 3 spells in my hand. They kind of have to have a removal spell for our Valley Flood Caller here, or they are so incredibly dead. I think they need to take our Song as well. Yeah. If we draw an untap land, we just get this Pick up the... Or it's going to make a 6/6 demon. Okay. I really wish we would have drawn a land. Do we have lethal anyway? So we can cast Roaring Furnace, Storm Chaser's Talent. That's 2, 4, 6 on the Prowess Otters. So 6 or 7, 14 plus 4. Yeah, so we just have lethal. Let's cast Roaring Furnace, cast Storm Chaser's Talent. Hit him for 12. This deck does a really good job of kind of eating these other mid-range decks alive. This is kind of what I've liked aboard. The Roaring Furnaces are kind of medium here. Patch Paw Formation is just stupid good, and this town ain't big enough. It's usually good enough for our removal spells. Rowls are really hard permanent for them to answer. Any Planeswalker is really hard for that deck to answer. The amount of time I played that deck for a couple hours, and every time an opponent resolved a Kaito, it felt like the game was just straight up unwinnable. If you didn't have some kind of board presence, there was just nothing you could do. Hand is missing green, but we have Storm Chaser's Talent and a Thunder Trap Trainer, so I'm pretty happy with it. Man, we lose our Storm Chaser's Talent? How rude. At least I assume that's what they're going to take. Hello, Ral. Hey, we finished Storm Chaser's Talent. Sick. As long as we hit a card off the Thunder Trap Trainer, I'm happy with it. The Annex. Okay. That was a really good draw. Just go ahead and stick Enduring Vitality. Fortunately, we don't have any answer to Big Demon. Rude. No. No! Oh, that's only creature or planeswalker. Or creature or artifact, I mean. We're good. It's time, Morale. It's time to carry. See if Ral can carry us to victory here. There's the 6/6. So I think here we're priced into drawing cards since we don't have an answer to the 6/6 demon. We didn't draw an answer to the 6/6 demon, which is also a little frustrating. Can I do that for 2? Put some counters back on this guy. Do I want to analyze for land to song for a bunt? I don't think so. I don't think that's correct. Okay, good. Next turn we have song and buyback of whatever we want. We can buy back another song if we want to. I think they're kind of priced into having to attack our Ral. It's a little unfortunate that we didn't find one of our 8 ways to kill that 6/6 demon there. Opponent had second Anoint with Affliction, which is also a little tilting. Oh, the Ral's not bad. Just make 4 rats an attack. Doesn't seem terrible. Was an attack for alternatively a Ral plus. I think it's this. I think it's make 4 guys an attack. I think it's like the way we win this game. Oh, well, that was fun while it lasted. We got by the one of Gig's command. Ouch. Let's technically could find a removal spell for that thing. Okay. Alright, we went through half our deck and didn't find any of our removal spells for a demon. Alright. Better luck next game.
Jesus.
That was rough.
Let me tell you something real quick.
I think his hand's fine. We have a sleight of hand.
Dusty.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope you're having a good night. We needed a land. It does be like that sometimes. Sometimes you get magicked. Can't win them all. Interesting. It would be nice if we just won them all, but unfortunately, we're gonna get got by that variant, or especially gonna get got by that variance this game. I think the one lander with a cantrip into double things is fine. Sure. Yeah, this is gonna be a rough one. Goodbye, questing druid. Hey, right on time.
4:55, right?
Yes.
Down stuff.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna pause here on end step and bounce the. No, I'm not. I need to just let him go. Yeah, it is untapped, so that's at least reasonable for us. So let him attack. We're gonna block. This town ain't big enough. These two. At least at worst case, even if they counter this, we'd have trade with the Caustic Bronco. Unless they have a removal spell here, which is what it is. This is like worst case scenario where they just get to recast their thing. If we draw an untapped green source, we can cast Enduring Vitality. Well, we didn't do that. Unfortunately, they're drawing 2 cards a turn, just making it real tough on us. Make a 6/6 demon. It's a thing. Mm-hmm. No blocks this turn. Untapped land. That's like the same thing. Probably supposed to wait till their turn on that. That we can block and threaten the Caustic Bronco. Don't think it matters. I don't think we're gonna be able to get this game, but yeah, exactly. That's the issue with this deck. Sometimes this happens. Wonder if it is correct just to play the Bushwhacks instead of the Sleight of Hands. Feels a little worse. Because that game, if that was a Bushwhack, we probably win. Allows you to keep some lower land hands. Let's go ahead. I like the questing druids a lot. If we cut... It's like this is our curve. We could cut... Let's cut all those. Play 2 Bushwhacks. Could play 4th Torch in the main. Cut down on one of these. Do that. I'm gonna just do that, put the torch back in the board. I do think I want more Ghost Vacuum in the board, though. Let's try that. Let's see how this feels. This deck does a really good job of converting a decent amount of mana into things anyway, so having the extra couple land, effective lands in the deck's probably fine. This hand is fine, although painful. It is fine. Well, that's gonna die. Yes, this deck doesn't usually flood out, so it's pretty good at keeping its resources pretty tight. Questing Druid. I gotta put Vitality into play on turn 3. The pain lands. They hurt so good. Opponent's on mono lands. I'd like to attack for 3. I would like to cast an Enduring Vitality. Hopefully they're not a Warden of the Inner Sky and Sunfall deck. It'd be a little awkward. Yeah, that's what I figured. Probably have a Knight of... Knight in hand. Convoke Knight. Knight Errant of Eos. Yep, that is a Knight Errant. Oh yeah, double 1-drop. It's pretty good for them. Well, that's Questing Druid. I would agree with that. It's probably the sorcerer I've lost to most as well. I don't think I'm attacking with my Enduring Vitalities. I think I'm just playing Questing Druid and Valley Flood Caller in passing. Kind of need something to do that's reasonable. Like, we have a really good start. We just don't have anything going on with our stuff right now. We have another Knight Errant of Eos. So I'm going to kill this now. I don't want them to be able to scry again. I don't want to have to sack something to kill it either. I'm okay with them attacking for 4, so they can case away our Valley Flood Caller, which is a little annoying. I think Gleeful Demolition's pretty good. A talent would be amazing. Now, the only thing we really trigger the beans with is the Valley, or the... This town ain't big enough. But it's like a reasonable enchantment to just be able to play, like a thing to put into play. That triggers it. Three, 6, 10, 15. We're very dead to the Indomitable thing in their hand, but We attack regardless. I still think the beans is better than playing like Bitter Reunion. Yep, Imidane's recruiter, kill me. Brutal. Our deck did flood out a good amount there at the end, unfortunately. This is a matchup that I think is really bad for us. Yeah, you're not wrong. Ah, I can't keep that hand. I can keep this hand. We'll throw away... Probably throw away the Yavimaya Coast. We have Bushwhack, just a red source, and we kind of just want the rest of the stuff. Oh, don't have the nuts, please. Well, that's not the nuts. I'm okay with sacking the up the beanstalk to our... This tiny big enough isn't bad. Probably want that over the other up the beanstalk. I'm okay with sacking this to kill the warden. This thing that just kind of sticks around doesn't do a whole lot for us. Another questing druid is probably reasonable. They do. The magic gods always are listening. Never forget. Yep. It's time to get convoked on. Yep. Problem is, opponent's way better at putting permanents into play than we are. Yep. Mm-hmm. Well, that thing needs to die. Things are getting a little out of hand. Need a critter. We're drawing the wrong half of our deck here. It was not ideal. Before you attack, I suppose I'm bouncing the Sanguine Evangelist and my Thunder Trap Trainer, I guess. It's an interesting card to bring in. Yes, these draws were not the droids. We're going the wrong direction. We're going the wrong direction. Well, we have the one mountain, unfortunately. Oh, this hand's better than anything we saw the last couple games. Meticulous Archive. Most likely the eyeball deck. Another archive. That's aggressive. Probably just take the patch bot formation. Chart of course, discard eyeball, put eyeball into play. Nope, island. Sweet. Let's go ahead and put a Cultural Forest into play, or attack for one, and then I'm just going to flash in this thing now to get around them having Phantom Interference here. And play around that. Yep, the Oculus or the Jin are definitely coming. Another Charter Course. Oh. Opponent must be flooding real bad. I think we just have to cast this here to try to get a little bit of pressure going. This isn't going to be getting us anything other than a land for a very long time anyway. Attack for 5. Moment of truth, alright. They get a mill 4 this turn. They try to push for that Oculus or Jin. We found the Oculus. Yep. They also found a helping hand to buy back with their founding of the third path. I'm assuming they have a counter spell for this, but we are going to do the thing regardless. The negate. I was looking for this town ain't big enough, is what we were looking for. Go ahead. We have another one of those drawing a whole lot of lands and a whole lot of nothing else games. Very true. This town is, in fact, big enough for everyone. Oh, no. Oh, no. We're going to pick up their Jin now, too? Pick up another Jin? Make me cry? I already can't beat the first Jin. Yeah. Oh, why? Super dead. Alright, we do have 3 ghost vacuums for this. And 4 patch paw formations. Take out the torch, the towers, the rooms. Honestly, I don't care about the beanstalks very much. We do have a 3rd ghost vacuum now, which should help. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope you're having a good night. Hope you're enjoying watching us getting crushed a little bit this evening. Been having not the greatest of luck. It's technically like a 3-lane hand, right? No ghost vacuum. We have 2 lands, 3 lands technically. We leave both pollens. Ditch at this town ain't big enough. Or do we ditch a Valley Flood Caller? I think we're supposed to ditch at this town ain't big enough. I think that's correct. Correct. Still have not fixed the negates. They're going to stay there for the rest of eternity just for you. I would agree with that. It's a whole lot of fun, though. It's one of the most fun decks I've played in Standard in a long time, too. It is. And it's really punishing. If you make a mistake with this deck, yeah, you pretty much just lose the game. Most of the time. Monastery, a Mentor. So I think we just Thunder Trap Trainer. We definitely attack for 3. Question is, do we want to bounce that thing or not? I don't think we do. I think we're just on land, attack for 3, Thunder Trap Trainer, see what we hit. Hit a removal spell. Could bounce it now. But I don't think I want to. I think I want to wait. I'd rather force them to commit to, like, trying to cast a spell with their founding of the 3rd path. Because if we can stick a Valley Flood Caller here, we're in such an incredibly good spot. Into the Flood Maw would be really bad for us. It's good. It's a lot of fun. It's really not too terribly expensive either. I picked up all the random odds and ends for it. Blue-black is also really good. I think, honestly, all of the blue-black variants are really good. Just depends on what you expect to be playing against. What version you should plan on playing. It's interesting that they let us untap. Kaito's really good. Better than I thought it would be. So, like, I can float a green, blue, draw a card, untap these two, or untap these two, float mana, and then recast this. Think that's worth it. Oh, I can't because I'm stupid. So I'm 1 mana off because I wasn't thinking. Yeah, I would really like to play Solemn. That's my plan, is to play Solemn again if I get the chance, but I don't think the card's probably good enough anymore. Which is sad, because Solemn was one of my favorite cards when it was around. It's just so much value. It's so good. Split up, huh? Okay. Unfortunately, them having 9 cards in their graveyard, it's difficult for us to be able to do what we want to do here. The Jin's fine. The Jin. Eat some instants and sorceries. I think we're supposed to untap. Cast a Storm Chaser's talent. The Mono Red's really good. I think Screaming Nemesis is incredible right now. They have to have Negate. We can pay for any of the other counter spells. Good Soul Partitioner Enduring Vitality as well. I think that's what we're supposed to do, is to get the Valley Flood Caller down. The Oculus. Sure. They have another Soul Partition. Enduring Vitality. It's a little annoying. Am I supposed to jam this into play in response? I think I am. Is that their third into the Flood Mob? It is. Okay. I think we're in a pretty okay spot now. They have 2 critters in their hand, which don't really do anything. The Jin's a little scary. Oh, that sucks. That's just brutal. Well, let's start trying to do things, I guess. That was a really good pickup. Actually, we're supposed to bounce the 2... We're supposed to bounce the 2 face-down creatures and try to kill them. Yep, okay. Sweet. Oculuses don't matter because we can just try to kill them. We can't beat... I mean, we can beat... If that had Soul Partition, they would have cast it already. Well, can't keep the no-lander. Where are my vacuums? My vacuums? Oh, thank you. All I had to do was bitch. Can I get another vacuum? Oh, okay. It doesn't work twice in a row, I guess. It's worth a shot. I go grab a forest. Play Spireboth Canal. Pass. We want to play Spireboth Canal, so if we draw the blue-green duel or another Copperline Gorge, we can play it. Lauren? Well, that sucks. Let's go ahead and eat their moment of truth. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a good night. Hope you're enjoying the stream. The 0/0 Jin. It's so powerful. I don't like this. think it's correct, though. It's pretty good. Thundertrap Trainer. Definitely with the Storm Chaser's talent. We'll get a Vacuum down. Trying second vacuum is huge here. Makes it harder for their Jin to do anything, but it also stops 8 cards out of the deck. The Helping Hands and the Recommissions don't do anything anymore. Sure. Unfortunately, Jin's really annoying. We do need to get that thing out of play. We also need to watch out for Split Up, because we know they're playing it now. Jeez, right into Free the Fae? It's a lot of things to cast all at one time. Okay, with taking 5. Alright, start doing some stuff, shall we? Storm Chaser's talent. This town ain't big enough. These two. Pump up the Otter. We probably should have cast this first. I wasn't 100% sure what we were doing with the turn. This would be a 3-3 if we would have. Good. We can't Ghost Vacuum them away from casting an Oculus from their hand, but we can protect them from putting an Oculus into play with a Reap or with a pickup spell here. That's fine. We're in a pretty darn good spot here, especially if they don't have an answer to our Enduring Vitality. Even if they do, if they just bounce back to our hand, we have so much mana right now. That's fine. I think I want to start with a Questing Druid. It seems a little weird to play our land first, but I think it's right. Let's go ahead and this town ain't big enough. These two. This matchup can be very reasonable for us. We just have to get a... If we can just get a little bit ahead, the matchup is super easy for us. So I'm not playing off the back foot of them putting in one of their big threats early. Get these orbs out of here. Can't stand seeing those things up there. Alright, next game. Liking where our sideboard is. I think I like where the main deck is for the most part. Tweak it around a little bit more after we play a few more games, see what we think. No blue source, huh? Can't do that one. Sand's better. Can't throw that back. Gotta throw the island back. Oh, no. The patchwork bestie. Or beastie. Oh, Liliana. Okay, I wasn't expecting Forest into Mountain, bin a Liliana. A Tolly? Ho ho ho! What are we doing over there? Okay. Alright, I see you. This is cute. I like it. I'm intrigued. Three, 6, 7, 8. So I can just cast Enduring Vitality here. Hold up, this town ain't big enough to bounce a threat. Alternatively, I can hold up, cast Valley Flood Caller, which gives us probably the better chance to like actually win on the following turn. But there's definitely things we die to if we do that. So I think we're supposed to do this. Because I also think this puts us in like a pretty decent spot to win the game still. No attacks. Bitter Reunion. This I like what's going on over here. I don't know what it is, but I like it. Okay. I'm fine with taking 3. No fear. Shieldred the Apocalypse. How do I feel about Shieldred of the Apocalypse? I mean, it resolves. The question is, do I want to bounce on end step? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think I'm bouncing that on end step. Bushwhack's a pretty good draw, actually. Alright, let's go with Valley Flood Caller. Blue, blue. This town ain't big enough. Bounce this and this. Green, blue, Storm Chaser's Talent. I'm pretty sure we have the win here. Um, 7, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm supposed to search for a basic land. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Flip this into this town ain't big enough. Cast this, bounce these two. Turn these into 9/9s. Then we recast this for lethal. All right. Honestly, not sure what we're supposed to bring in here. The torches seem mediocre, actually. These seem decent. And the ghost vacuums. Oh, the little bit bigger removal spells. This town ain't big enough is great. I don't think I want that. Maybe I do want a torch instead of that. Actually, let's do this. Torches instead of the beanstalks. Yeah, I think I like that. I'm not sure if it is or not. Out of the different 2-drop, like, enchantments and strange things that I've tried, it has been pretty okay. But it might be the next thing to get cut. That's, like, my flex slot that I'm not sure on, to be completely honest with you. We're going to keep this hand even though it doesn't have red. It was one of the flex slots we're still trying to figure out if it's actually good or not. This is such a different start than what opponent did to his first game. That was a good draw. I do think we actually are just going in... Oh, wait. Well... Let's go ahead and just cast Thunder Trap Trainer here, actually. We'll get more information on what we want to Bushwhack for. After next turn. Because if we draw a green source or a red source, then we know we want to Bushwhack for the other. Okay, let's go get a red source. Play a Storm Chaser's Talent. And then we're just going to burn down the Liliana. We'd hit it with the Roaring Furnace if we could, but it can only hit creatures. We get a Scry. Oh, no, we don't, because we didn't bargain. My bad. The beans is the one thing I want to try to figure out if we actually want to play or not. The rest of it all feels pretty good. Maybe instead of beans, we just play more sleight of hands. That's rude. Got Mycos, great. I don't think we attack here. I think we just pass so that we can end-step Questing Druid. The 1 point of damage is not as good as getting to draw 2 cards here, I believe. Sure. Ah, okay. Okay. Should have guessed there was a Cruel Claw in there. Brood Spinner. Interesting. Opponent's playing some spicy ones in there. Pick up a FOMO, huh? I like Questing Druid. Bounce these two. Attack for 3. Replay Storm Chaser's Talent, pass, play Questing Druid on instep. I think that's correct. A little weird, but I think it's right. I can't Squirming Emergence back of Valgavoth yet. Urgent Necropsy or something. That was really good. Valley Flood Caller. How do you feel about that one? Storm Chaser's talent? Suma's gonna die in response. Okay, in response to that, I'm gonna Bushwhack. Have those two fight. Triggers. Oh, okay. Blue, red. Now make sure you put on that full control, or else it starts pushing through your things without letting you get your extra mana. Five, 10, 11, 12. Play Steaming Sauna and attack for 12. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and get our card draw here. Oh, the Trumpet. Oh, they Trumpet into that, which gives them a 9/9 too. It's not the worst. Without a Valley Flood Caller, we can't go infinite on them. Oh, they picked up a Brood Spinner? Okay. But I do believe they just die. We pick up the bounce spell, bounce their Trumpeting Carnoscore, and kill them. So I think up the Beanstalks are the next thing we're going to change. We're going to try that out again, because that card, again, is just not super impressive. There's got to be a better option. We'll use the restroom real quick while we think for a second. I'll leave this up here, see if anyone can think of something better to have in here. There's got to be something. All right, I'll be right back. Thanks, everyone, for watching. I hope you're enjoying the stream. All right, back to Otter time. Fairy Mastermind. The problem with Fairy Mastermind, and the other reason I wanted like an Up the Beanstalk or something like that, is because I can hit it off of my Thunder Trap trainer. I think we're already like a little low on count because we're playing Questing Druid. Let's filter through here real quick and see if we can find something we like. We want instant sorcery, enchantment, battle, I guess, artifact, any non-creature spell, format legal, costs 0, 1, and 2. Into the Flood Mob might be okay. I don't think it's worth it. Could do that. The Exile 2, like, there's a lot of different ones. Like, Sleight of Hand is on my short list of things that I would be okay with, because I like that card a lot, and it's performed pretty well for us in the deck. Charter Course is something we could play if we wanted to. I don't like that. Surveil 2 draw card doesn't seem good. We could play Founding of the Third Path. That seems bad, though. But Impulse is fine. All these are just, like, mediocre. None of them are exactly what we want to be doing. Free the Fae wasn't very good when I played it last time in here. Semantic Brush. Like, Bitter Reunion is a thing we could play. It also just doesn't feel very good. Don't really want to play Scorching Dragonfire in the main. Play like Volcanic Sprite. It's a removal spell, but also like does a thing. Play Witch's Mark or Ren's Resolve. Ren's Resolve would be like the extra Questing Druid type effects. Being a sorcery, those are pretty big downside. Play Seeds of Hope. We have too many instant sorcerers for that, I think. It doesn't have to be a 2-drop either. I would be okay with just playing something. I don't think Hunter's Talon's very good. Manifest Dread's medium. Invasion of Ixalan's not the worst thing in the world. It's like extra ways to find Store Chaser's talent. I've tried slick sequence before, and that felt okay. I don't think any of the green blue cards are quite good enough. Definitely don't want Doppelgang. Can I go back to playing Cease and Desist? I was playing that for a while. Cease and Desist was consistently okay, or like even a little better than okay, because it immediately triggers or analyze the pollens, which is kind of nice. I'm just gonna go with Serum Visions. No, it's not Serum Visions. Sleight of Hand. Jesus. Let's try that. Let's go with more 1-drops. More 1-drops. Can't be bad, right? Lower that curve. Maybe the Invasion of Ixalan is correct. I think that might actually be the right 2-drop. 5 cards, a lot of cards to look at. He plays 17 things which doesn't hit. Yeah, I think I might actually be correct. We might try that after this. This is a pretty weak hand. This hand is basically the exact same thing, but as a Thunder Trap Trainer and a Sleight of Hand, so. Should I find a green source? We failed at finding a green source. I suppose we take the Questing Druid. It also like helps fix mana too. The Invasion of Ixalan does. It helps us find our 3rd land. That was a good draw. I think we need to take the Bushwhack to make sure we hit our 3rd green or 2nd green. Reveal the Spell Stutter. I'm playing 2. Playing exactly 2 Spire Bluffs, I believe. No, I'm definitely playing more than that. I think I messed up my mana base. I definitely used to have 2 in here, but now there's 4. Must have clicked through on the incorrect things. I don't mind 2 Spire Bluffs, but 3 or 4 is definitely me just not thinking when I was building my deck. I'm okay with him spell stuttering this, with us drawing the 2nd Bushwhack. Pretty sure I was only playing 2 Spider Bluffs at one point in time. I've been tooling with this deck for a while though. Before Worlds, we've been tooling around with this. That's brutal. So we get a Forest, then play the Valley Flood Caller, I guess. Actually, it's probably better to just play a Thunder Trap Trainer and the Storm Chaser's talent and just lose the Valley Flood Caller. I think I like that better. This is the chance to refuel itself in our hand. The Valley Flood Caller is just going to die. It is going to get hit with Affliction or go for the throat. Maybe it might be worth it to try to clear the way for the Enduring Vitalities, but I think this is probably right. Probably this town ain't big enough. Then stick the Storm Chaser's talent. There's the Fairy Mastermind. No attacks. Ah, you old Jace. No attack with a Fairy Mastermind, huh? Strange. I think I'm just casting Questing Druid, playing Copperline Gorge, and passing with this town ain't big enough up. Well, I was most likely playing Javier's list, or something similar to it. Duress me, eh? That's awkward. I think I have to cast this now. I'd rather have them take our Storm Chaser's talent, I think, than just take her this talent. That was just wrong, I think. I could just bought our thing back. Should have left that in play and just bought our... This town ain't big enough back. That's fine. That was a pretty decent draw. So we can go Enduring Vitality. I can make 5 critters. Let me pass here. We want to pick our Questing Druid back up and bounce something else with this, most likely. Those can't tap for mana anymore. With haste until end of turn. It's a little annoying. was hoping they didn't all have a Wrath. I feel like it's a high ask here, but.
Also, who the fuck is Tracy?
What you gonna do, opponent? Just mill me, huh? You have another Jason hand? Six, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so they just die. Yes, the mill 18 button. That was a choice. Alright. Things that kill demons. And take things out that don't kill demons. Which big Jace? Big mill Jace? Mill 10 Jace? Yes, the mill 10 button Jace. I do like that Jace. It has not really been much of a standard Jace. I did get two of them to a draft once. That was a pretty good time. Never. I should just put in a different art of negate for the third one. I keep forgetting to do it when I'm out of game. And now I have to leave it forever. I don't have a choice. We're this far into it. I would agree. I think that's a safe Planeswalker to have him in play for a long time. Don't think we want to slide a hand, so I don't know what we're looking for currently. Well, that's sad. I'm assuming they're going to take our song. I don't think they take the slide of hand. I'm pretty happy with the Planeswalkers they have put in Foundation so far. The classic rearrange the bottom four cards of our library. Oh, that wasn't a bad draw. In before the Anoint with Affliction. Hit me. I have a sleight of hand. Yo Bronco, huh? I think I'm supposed to just double Thunder Trap Trainer here. We should have attacked for 3 first. That was just a blatant mistake, but I do think this is what we're supposed to do. Opponent should be at 12. Yeah, I don't know if Johnny would see any play or will see any play. I think Liliana will probably see some play, although 6 man is a lot in the current standard environment. We'll take 2.
Can you move their water back when you have stuff?
Yep. I think I'm supposed to just cast the Valley Flood Caller right now. Valley Flood Caller trigger on the stack. Okay, resolving is interesting. Bushwhack. Can I untap my creatures again? All right. I like where this is going. Ral. All right. All right. Sweet. So we've established that we have a winning play here. All right, let's fix a couple things here again. We'll fix the negates. Maybe. Which one of you are the wrong ones? M20, M20. Just cut them all and. All right, what art do we want? That is still the art that I want. See, that's why. Do I have 3 of those at least? There we go. All right. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a good night. Hope you're enjoying the stream. And move something real quick while we wait for this next match to fire. All right. I didn't want to be able to play. I'll say it's fine. I think we're just going and grabbing a mountain to make sure we can cast everything. Starting on a Blackleaf Cliffs, huh? The Fear. Let's see what they discard, decide if we want to crack this thing or not. I think we do. Just a safe play. Really need something to do with these. This town ain't big enough. Just having two of them with nothing to do with it is not great. Well, we got two pairs. I'm sure this is not long for this world, but that was a good draw. It was like a really good draw. Yes, just like, yep, that's about right. Halt my planeswalker. Make a giant army. Sunfall. Not the greatest of droids here. Really just looking for a Storm Chaser's talent or something here. No, I would play at least 3. I think that card's incredible. 0.7 points. Whoo! That's a tight one. That was a close match. Roaring Furnace isn't a bad pickup. I'm just casting Enduring Vitality and attacking for 1, I suppose. See if opponent's just making a 6/6 here. Let's play Archfiend of Dross. That's fine. So here, I think instead of casting Valley Floodcaller, I think I'm just bouncing these two. If they want to kill this in response, that's fine. Or even kill this in response, I don't really care. As long as it's not Anoint with Affliction on my Enduring Vitality, the removal spell doesn't matter a whole lot. Yeah, it's always that one. Oh, Thunder Trap Trainer was a good draw. Just double Thunder Trap now. Storm Chaser's talent's exactly what we want. ×2. I'll take it. Rakdos. Ho ho. Okay. Alright. Alright. Enduring Vitality. Got a Flood Color? Questing Druid for free. Analyze the Pollen's free. Green. Green. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have to eat one of these. 5, 6, 7, 8. Grab another Questing Druid. Red. Quest. Song is good enough. That's all we needed. We just need another 1-mana spell. Yes, Thunder Trap into talent feels amazing. And like double Thunder Trap into talent is just, exactly what you want. The most incredible value. No, Rakdos not very good against this deck. Rakdos doesn't do anything when it comes into play. It is a demon, though. Which does in fact matter. I meant to hit Mulligan. Look at my terrible hand. Fear it. As a FOMO. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Never didn't have it. Do you think I just want a sleight of hand? That's right, we got our blue source. That's all we needed. Needed an island. We got a second blue source. Think I'm supposed to jam this. Actually, I think I'm just gonna song. Send for 3. The Unstoppable Slasher. That was a really good draw. We can protect our Enduring Vitality with our... This ain't big enough. This town ain't big enough. That was a perfect draw with that talent. That's incredibly rude. That was really dumb. That's okay. We threw a rat away for nothing. I'm okay with blocking this and getting one of these flipped into an enchantment. They're hard to interact with as an enchantment. That was a really good draw. Man, top deck Thundertrap trainers when you're on kind of that was a real rude duress. Anytime you top deck a Thundertrap trainer when you're on like empty board like this, that is just so backbreaking. A little 2-drop auto that could. Oh, this is fine. Throw one of our Endurings back. Go ahead. Deep Cavern Bat. That's annoying. It's going to take our Enduring Vitality almost 100%. If it does, then we just cast our Questing Druid on instep. If it doesn't, then we're just going to play Enduring Vitality. It's going to take one of these two, most likely. Yeah, makes the most sense. Oh. Okay. Well, that's fairly reasonable. I can Bushwhack. I don't really want to lose the Bushwhack, so I think I'm just going to cast it. Would have been. We could have like played Questing Druid and just torched the tower and lost the Bushwhack, but I think getting the extra land's worth it. Preacher of the Schism, huh? So we paid the life there so that we could deny them a 1/1. I think that's worth it. That's a little annoying. Well, I think we just attack and bounce their two things. Force them to have to rebuild. We have so many things that get us extra cards that I think that's correct for the force them to have to replay their kind of dirtily things that cost a bunch of mana. If we can keep them off double spelling in turns, I think that's the best way for us to win. We're gonna be able to start double spelling really soon. Yep. Are you gonna kill my Enduring Vitality? We're gonna tap it. That's fine, I guess. I think I want to go get an island and just play Thundertrap Trainer. I just want to get my 6th land in play for the other Thundertrap Trainer. Hopefully this hits as a spell. Or Analyze the Pollen, at least a spell. Go ahead. We're moving along here. We're getting some permanents into play. That's what we're looking for. I think I'm supposed to throw the Thunder Trap Trainer under the Flood Put of the Drowners. Kind of figured that was going to happen. We can analyze the pollen to grab our Valley Flood Caller, or not our Valley Flood Caller, our Enduring Vitality again if we want to. That's rude. One mana away from being able to just jam big Thunder Trap Trainer here. We can't play around Phantom Interference, but I think it's worth it just to cast the Enduring Vitality. They have it, they have it. Or if they just have 3 steps ahead, we couldn't play around that either. Looking like 3 steps ahead. Okay. Go ahead. They draw 2 cards with their Preacher if they flash in the Enduring Curiosity. We're getting out mid-ranged. Analyze the Pollen is a really good card. I've been very happy with it in all the decks I've registered in. I don't know if that was worth it. They do get an extra 1/1, I guess. No blocks. Yep, you draw 2 cards. There's a Valley Flood Caller. I think I'm just on this and hoping for the best. Super dead to a counterspell. I think I'm supposed to take the Song. I think that's a card that actually allows me to try to win the game. That's a Fairy Mastermind. So we're going to draw minimum 2 cards this turn. 3 cards this turn. They get 1 off the Preacher trigger, and then the Fairy Mastermind's going to hit us. Our deck has a really hard time with Preacher of the Schism. I don't think we're winning by blocking with the other creature. I think we need our creatures. I don't think we're winning anyway, but I think we have a better chance of winning letting them draw 1 extra card to keep our 1/1 around, I think. We them just, like, play an Unholy Annex on the ritual side, and we need to draw really well. It's like the only way we win this game. Yeah, if they don't play anything, we're super dead. Alright, you got me. So here, we definitely want the Torches, Obliterating Bolt, Scorching Dragonfires. Patch Paw formations aren't as good because they're the more low to the ground deck. I don't think we want the haste things. Just become a good, try to be a little bit better mid-range deck instead of being as combo-y. Alright. Let's see. See what we can do this time. Like to play first. Not like to keep that hand. We're going to lose with this hand, but I think we have to keep it. I actually think we're supposed to sleight of hand, because if they duress us and take this from us, we are so incredibly dead. Damn you, Thundertrap Trainer. I do not want to play an Enduring Vitality into an Anoint with Affliction. Hit me. Instead, we're going to attempt to Seek the Beast. How do you feel about that, opponent? Alright, let it happen. I like it. Let's go ahead and play that. Let's play the Questing Druid. Our plan is just going to be these two cards this turn. Let's start growing our Questing Druid. Questing Druid down. I still like to torch the tower, the Fairy Mastermind. Going to attack for 1. Oh, Flood Pit Drowner. Rude. Alright, Storm Chaser's talent. Make an otter go. I am going to trade with the Flood Pit Drowner so they don't get to draw a card with an Enduring Curiosity if they have one. I think we're holding the Thundertrap Trainer for one more turn as well. That's brutal. Yep. That was a good draw. We'll take the 3. I think I just want to go get a mountain here. Then I can play mountain, tick up this to grab a torch the tower from the graveyard. Then we have torch for this and for the next threat. Then another Flood Pit Drowner. So I'm not attacking. We're in like a pretty decent spot though, I think. We're just playing a weird game. We're playing a little bit of an oddball game here. I'll throw my Thundertrap Trainer under that Flood Pit Drowner bus. Every day of the week. That reef is a little annoying. I'd like to kill the Urtai, please. Roaring Furnace isn't a bad draw. Let's go ahead and attempt to jam Big Thundertrap Trainer. Okay. Opponent is, in fact, 3 steps ahead. Your move. Go ahead. Token down. This is a little awkward, but I think this is what we have to do. I don't want to bushwhack. Yeah, that's true. That would have been real bad. Getting a free trigger, like getting a free counter off the Urtai. I mean, it's still roughly the same, but it's definitely a little better for us this way. Steaming Sauna? Make an otter? Hopefully the last card's not another 3 steps ahead. Oh, it's just instant sorcery. Hopefully it's not another Enduring Curiosity. That would actually be pretty bad. So I'm not sacking this. Okay, Fair Mastermind I can beat. Let's murder that. Make an otter. Okay, now we're drawing 2 cards a turn. We should be able to punk our way through this one. Sticky enchantments are good against the blue-black deck. Yeah, we got far enough ahead. The writing was on the wall for that game. Opponent didn't really have anything else they could do. This hand is pretty good. Put him only into 6. All right. We're gonna go ahead and slide a hand on 1 to try to find her a 3rd land. Not find it. We did find a Thundertrap Trainer, which is like the exact same thing as a 3rd land, right? That was not the greatest of draws. Don't want a Thundertrap Trainer. Don't want a Sleight of Hand. I think I'm supposed to trainer. Man, it sucks that we can't take Storm Chaser's Talent. I think we have to take Bushwhack just to guarantee we hit our 3rd land. That's like the easiest way we lose this game is by fumbling around and not hitting our land drops. Like here, we just go Bushwhack. Go find basic Island and then Roaring Furnace down. The Preacher. Anytime you can Roaring Furnace down a Preacher this Schism, it just feels real good. Yes, we did draw Talent anyway. But we didn't draw land, so. Okay, what do we want to do here? This is an important turn to not make a mistake on, I think. What does this land do? Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target non-human creature that entered the battlefield this turn. Okay. So that land doesn't do anything. Yes, it is. I think we're just doing this and playing Storm Chaser's Talon and passing. I think that's the correct play. It leaves us with this town ain't big enough and Questing Druid to play on their end step. So if they just play Enduring Curiosity, we can bounce that and our Storm Chaser's Talent back to hand. Which I think is what we're supposed to do. Actually, no, we can let them attack and then Questing Druid. Because we're still trying to find another land anyway. Creature of the Schism. Okay. Well here, actually, so we'll let that resolve. I think we cast this and try to bounce these. See if opponent has a counterspell. Oh, that was a good draw. Roaring Furnace. It's a great tempo swing for us. Like, getting to be able to bounce like a 4-drop, even though it's a flash threat, being able to bounce it is just huge. Fourth land is definitely what we want here. Attack is fine, because if they flash in a Flood Pits, they can tap this thing anyway. It's the only thing we can block. Fairy Mastermind we couldn't have blocked anyway. So they can guarantee themselves a card draw here if they want to. It's a pretty big cost, though. Because I guess they don't know I have a Torch the Tower. But I do get to, like, fully murder their curiosity here. Double Torch is pretty good. So we go Enduring Vitality here. Torch with Bargain on this. And we're going to sack our Roaring Furnace. I don't want a Copperland Gorge. I want another land, but that is not the land that I want. Go ahead. No card drawing for you, opponent. None. We're doing good. Moving along. Moving on up. I'd like to make it back into the top 250 this season, if possible. I don't have a whole lot of time left. A lot of ladder grinding this season. The hand's very good. Against the Bozo, 21-12. Start off on a nice Storm Chaser's Talent. Ooh, the mono red, huh? That was a good draw. Well, I think since we know what we're doing the next two turns, is we're just killing this, and then just jamming Enduring Vitalities and hoping it's good enough. Yes, it's very nice to have all three of those in the opening hand. Ah, the rage. It's all the rage. A little sad we drew a Spiral of Canal here. Attack for one. Go ahead. Go ahead. Oh. Main phase druid, huh? Well, I'm not blocking. Do your worst, opponent. Play the scamp. Okay. Very afraid as to what is an opponent's hand. Our hand's not getting any better, unfortunately. I think I'm just on casting second, enduring vitality, attacking for 3. Go ahead. I'm not liking our chances here. We are dead to so many different things here. Yep. I take 4. Oh, you're gonna kill my otter? Okay. Okay, so they are playing Leyline of Resonance. It's good to know. We're in such a bad spot for next turn. Oh, that was a somewhat okay draw. What do we got? It's tiny, big enough. Isn't terrible. Go ahead. Sure. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, it's only 7. Eight. So 4, 8, 9, 10. So I am dead no matter what I bounce, because that is how Heartfire Hero works. So that's 4 damage no matter what. So no matter what I bounce, it's 4 damage. So I take 4, 8, 9, 10 and die. Yeah. Alright, we die. Yeah, it feels bad, but I still think that was correct play. I don't think we played that poorly. I think we did what we could. Just, they had a very good hand. It's tough to beat it. Girl deck is really good. Yes. Well, I mean, it's still a good hand. It's really hard to beat the Gruul deck when you don't have... We didn't have any Torch the Towers or anything. We cannot keep this hand. We can keep this hand. Throw away the Thunder Trap Trainer, probably. Actually, no, we throw away the Questing Druid. The scamp. Go ahead and train her here. I think we're supposed to block. Monster's Rage is like real bad for us, but if this is a wasted Snakeskin Veil, I'm fine with that. It's not a great draw. Let's go ahead and sleight of hand, see if we can find another land, which we did. It sucks we have to bend it towards the tower for it, but we need the third land. I think we just Obliterating Bolt the Scamp and pass. We have a better chance of being able to Enduring Vitality and torch the tower than cast the Obliterating Bolt. Double Heartfire here is a little rough. Opponent also notably missed a land drop, so they've got 3 spells and or creatures in hand. Do your worst. Destiny Steward? When did that come out? Just here a few minutes ago? Make 2 piles, choose 1. Oh, yeah. 6 mana, can't be countered, unenters. Look at the top 5 cards of your library, separate them into 2 face down pile, or face down to face up. Opponent chooses one of the piles, put 1 into your hand. The other in the graveyard. That card does not seem... Yeah, probably does slow down Commander a little bit. Tragic Banshee. They put Tragic Slip on a 5-drop creature. That's funny. Oh, let's go ahead and attack for 3. Yes, it is. I just saw it. Guild of Font of Hope. That new art for it is gorgeous. Oh, the refit Burst Lightning? That's big. Burst Lightning's a good card. So let's go ahead and torch the tower. Okay, okay. There's a way to do this that we want to do this with. We can float red with this. Torch the tower with bargain. Sacrifice this. Scry 1. Second Enduring Vitality I don't need. I think I want to bounce these as well. That way we can replay this as just a 3/3. Go ahead. Imprisoned in the Moon is back. Another enchantment removal spell. Okay. Oh, the slick shot show off, huh? Never played much Imprisoned in the Moon. I do like the art, or the old art for it. I thought was really sweet. The one from that was from one of the Innistrad sets, wasn't it? Imprisoned in the Moon. Storm Chaser's talent, hugely good pickup. Yep, back to Angels. Well, I got Lyra is also in this one, I believe. Honestly, more afraid of the Questing Druid than the Heartfire Hero right now. It is nice to be able to hit Cottage. There's not a whole lot of things that hit the Manlands right now. How many cards are in Foundation? Put Scavenging Ooze in. Is it just like gonna be? Oh, there's only 233. Does that include the cards that are in the starter deck? It must not. That's true. There's a lot of Sunfall for the tribal creature decks right now. I mean, I'll block. I'll block all day. I'm not afraid. There's no fear here. No fear. We're very dead to another Monstrous Rage, but if they don't have another Monstrous Rage, we're okay. I do want to just kill this. Because if they have a Snakeskin's Veil, we're in a really, really bad spot. And this allows us to attack with our 4/4 Otter. Should dodge another Monstrous Rage or an Overprotect that gives this thing trample. Otherwise, we should be okay. Slickshot Show-Off's also a problem. Yeah. I mean, we're just like super dead to. So if they have turn inside out, put it here. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. I think this is the blocks, and then we just hope they don't have Monstrous Rage. I don't think we beat Monstrous Rage no matter what we do. Oh, that gives trample. I forgot that one gave trample. Stupid mice card. I do. I think the green adds a lot. Being able to like actually combo out with the Enduring Vitality, I think, is huge. Um, it also allows you to play less lands because you can play more. You can play like the Analyze the Pollen and the Bushwhacks. Also get Patch Paw Formation out of the board, which I think is one of the best sideboard cards you can play in Standard right now. Like, this version has a pretty good matchup against the blue-black decks, but I feel like the straight blue-red version would be a little bit worse. Patch Pod is just so, or Paw Patch formation, just such a big, such a high amount of lifting against those decks. Sand's very good. We're going to sleight of hand on 1 to try to find our 3rd land. I think we want 2nd blue source over 2nd red source. Oh. We have the lizards? I haven't seen the lizards in a while. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope you're having a good night. The Jasper Flint. Alright. I think I'm going to start with this to kind of decide what we want to do here. Okay. This song for 2. Storm Chaser's talent. I'll take 4. Go ahead and Thought Stalker Warlock me. As long as I don't go like 3 of the Burning Tree Emissary Lizards into a Thought Stalker Warlock, I think we're in a pretty good spot here. Uh-oh. There's the first one. Okay. I am okay with that being your turn. We're gonna top deck a Valley Flood Caller. Ha! Call shot. Let's go. Alright, we have the win here. We just gotta cast our spells. Creature I control fights target creature I don't control. Actually, no. We want to go to land. You said this life ain't good enough. I live my life to lift you. Blue, blue, green. Analyze the pollen. Oh. Storm Chaser's talent. Let's pick up our... This town ain't big enough. Cast this town ain't big enough. Bounce this and this. Untap critters. Blue, blue, blue. Play Storm Chaser's talent. Untap our 3 mana. Blue, blue, blue. So we weren't quite infinite. We're 1 mana or 1 creature off from going actually infinite and bouncing other stuff, but we could bounce enough stuff that it didn't matter. We were able to bounce all of their creatures and then swing in for lethal. Although our game has decided to crash, I believe. So we're going to have to restart, and I believe that means we won't be able to sideboard, if I remember the bug correctly. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, we're sending it. There's an unfortunate little bug. Well, sand is not good enough. Sand is much better. We'll probably just throw the Valley Flood Caller back, actually. I'm not as keen on comboing this match. It'd be nice if we had all the removal spells in our deck that we have in our sideboard, but unfortunately, we did not get to board this game. The Iridescent Vine Lasher. Let's try to get a little bit of talent going here. Well, I'm not going to block, so go ahead and triple flame Clash Gecko me. Teach me a lesson. That wasn't the worst thing for us, so we can go Storm Chaser's talent here, and then Bushwhack fight. Attack for 3. I'd like to get this thing out of play. I don't really want them to be able to draw a bunch of extra cards. No blocks. That was a pretty good draw. I don't think I'm supposed to sleight of hand here. It's bad if they have it at the Thoughtstalker Warlock, but I think it's better for us to hold it for next turn. Dress also works. I'm fine with taking 2. Suppose we pick up sleight of hand. Cast sleight of hand. We're supposed to take the Analyze the Pollen. Might have just been wrong. Storm Chaser's talent. My brain was thinking that our guy would live through that when I grabbed that. Might have been better to grab the Storm Chaser's talent. But we kind of want to hit a few more lands anyway. During Vitality down. We get it back as an enchantment. Take 4. They're out of cards. It's not a good one. I can pick up a Bushwhack and kill the Hired Claw. I think I probably have to. So we take minimum 4 here. Let's withdraw land for the turn. Okay. Well, that could have went worse for us. Suppose we just do this and kill the Thoughtstalker Warlock? We're going to play Laughing Jasper Flint. Take 3. I think we're actually supposed to try to set up a draw here. Try to set up a card here. And that's better than a land. Take it. This town ain't big enough would be a pretty good draw. That's basically what I asked for. Well. You're not wrong. It would be useful to help to test random things. We are dead to so many things. Well, we're not immediately dead to that. Just mostly dead to that. Ah. I'd kill this, make things, doesn't matter, because casting a creature kills us. We get rats back, but the rats can't block, so we die regardless. And when they cast their creature, we die. I'd really like to sideboard. Yeah, unfortunately the rats cannot block. And with the Gev in play, when they cast their Laughing Jasper Flint, we just die. That's the only way to go off, like go off or combo, per se. But the deck is pretty good at just winning with just a normal game plan, also, honestly. Like, the deck has just got good cards in it that all play really well together. Let me look at that deck here in a second. Oh, it's just a video. You know what would be really funny? Putting Progenitus into play with Smuggler Surprise. think that might be the first thing we do. Oh, we can put it into play with Infamous Cruel Claw. That is funny. I do love Infamous Cruel Claw. That's like one of my favorite cards I printed in a long time. So I think here... I don't care as much about the Fireglass Mentor. I think I'm pretty okay with just casting Thunder Trap Trainer. Ooh, Torch the Tower is pretty good. We just kill this thing now. Yeah, there's this deck has a lot going on. It's really cool. I really like it because it does have so many decision trees, and unfortunately, though, with it there, if you make a bad decision 5 turns earlier, it can cost you the match pretty easily. There's not as many Shielded Edicts going around right now. I always thought that was really strange. They took my Bushwhack, but it makes a little bit more sense now. That's fair. Land wasn't a bad draw because it allows us to, especially being a blue land, it allows us to Steam Core or Steaming Sauna next turn. I can't block anyway, so sideways it goes. Jasper Flint's rough for us. Well, I guess we can... We have a decent answer to this, because we can buy back our Torch the Tower and kill it, which I think is what we're supposed to do. I think it's better than doing the Augur this, or the Sauna this turn. I think keeping them off of this is more important. We'll sacrifice our Otter. I don't want to sacrifice this. I think having the... I think this is a little bit more important. Another Roaring Furnace. What does that do for us? Nothing, right? Because the Roaring Furnace side is pretty bad. I guess just casting... No, we don't need to cast second Steaming Sauna. We already have one in play. If the first half of that would potentially be able to kill something, I could see it being more worth it, but right now it can't, so there's no point in doing it. What are they doing? I'm a little confused. I think I'm supposed to just crack this turn. Okay, okay. Our hand's not bad. No, we can't let him have Jasper Flint. The card's too good. Okay, okay. So we're gonna do the same thing this turn. We'll just play that. Level this up. Pick up Torch the Tower and Torch the Jasper Flint. Don't want the Yavimaya Coast. It's bat time, alright. Bring it. No, it really doesn't matter what he took there. Did not really matter what opponent took. And draw a card with double flood collar. Yep. I think I'm pretty good with just passing the turn right now. Draw our second card. They can pick up a Jasper. No, they can't. They can pick up a Hired Claw. So here, I think I want to cast spells now because they're tapped out. Because I want to fight this and get this back, and then I'll pass. Because I don't want to get our creature removed in response. Because we can cast this Storm Chaser's Talent at instant speed with the Valley Flood Caller. Flood Caller's really good. Card's really good. Pretty sure we have Enduring Vitalities in this deck somewhere. I think we're just passing again. All we gotta do is find one. That's all we're doing here, is waiting to find one, and the game ends on the spot. Well, we also still haven't found a... That was a good draw. We haven't found a this town ain't big enough either. That also would pretty much end the game. Opponent is trying their damnedest to not die. That's a... Yep, that works. Okay, attack with those. Shoot us for 1. Let's go ahead and flash in the Flood Caller. Let's go ahead and Questing Druid. Okay, those are good ones. Let's go ahead and chunk in front of there. Take 1. Iridescent Vine Lasher is fine. Yep. Sure. Together down a dark avenue. Alright, so we play this. We can song for... Undo. We can song for 2. Analyze the pollen. Go grab our Enduring Vitality. Play Enduring Vitality, and the game is over. Blue, 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 blue. Because now we can just bounce all of their things back to their hand. They continue to buy back this town ain't big enough. So we do this. Float blue again. Since we have more than 3 creatures, it's an infinite loop where we can keep recasting Storm Chaser's Talent, untap our creatures, pick up this town ain't big enough, and continue to rebounce it with one of their things until they have no permanents left in play. Or no non-land permanents left in play. I gotta reset Arena again. The deck is very good at just sitting and, like, getting small incremental value as well. Yes. Analyze the Pollen's great. It's good early game because it can go find you your lands you're missing because you're only playing 20 lands. It's also good in the late game because if you have enough cards in your graveyard, you can do the other side of it. It just goes and finds whatever piece you're missing, or it can find you Questing Druid to draw you cards as well. The card's really, really powerful. It does so many different things for this deck. We'll go ahead and start out on the Storm Chaser's Talent. The deepest of cavern bats. It's back. It's back again. Our hand's pretty damn good. Interesting. That's got to mean they have another deep cavern bat in their hand, right? Or they have an Anoint with Affliction to get our Enduring Vitality. I'm going to take Song. I think I play this and Analyze the Pollen to find our 4th land. That's what we're supposed to do. Yes, exclamation point deck should populate it. As long as the bot's working today. It is working today. It was not working last time I streamed for some reason. That also will have the list for all of the other decks that I've been streaming over the past while. But it'll start up with just this deck. And I've played a lot of this deck. Enduring Vitality or Enduring Curiosity on the top. I'm really hoping they just flash in the Enduring Curiosity here, because I think I just win the game if they do. Or if they tap out for anything, I think I just win the game on the spot. Nashi. Okay. Valley Flood Caller. Okay. I'm not surprised I had a Phantom Interference. That was a good draw. Let's go ahead and stick our Enduring Vitality here. And we'll go ahead and pass. And if you're curious about any of my any of the games I played with this, I've got all my VODs on here, but I also have been posting all of my VODs to YouTube as well. Can follow on there as well for videos. I'm gonna take it. We get a Gix back. Can't cast it. I'll bounce those. Let's go ahead and play Storm Chaser's Talent. Level this up to 2. Pick up. This town ain't big enough. Attack for 3 and pass. That's what we're supposed to do. Flash and enduring curiosity. I torch the tower that. I died a removal spell. No, because then I can't do both. So yeah, I'm supposed to torch this. Bargain a rat token. Questing Druid's fine draw. Take 3, 4. Go to 2. Oh, did they have another enduring curiosity? Oh shit! Yeah, dude died to Kaito. That was good. That was good. That was well played by opponent. Oh, we can sideboard this game. That's nice. All the things that exile are great. Ral's not great in this matchup. Slide of hands out. Probably just go with this. I should have known. They do play Kaito. They usually play 2. That was just a mistake on my part. Should have been playing around that. Might have just taken too many hits without trying to jam earlier, too. I don't know. I feel like we had the tools to win that game. Sand is great. Let's do it. Let's get our otter going. Opponent didn't want to block. I want to trade their 1-1 for my 1-1. Cut down. Rude. Otter down. They keep a 1-lander? I'll say there's no way. We're going to torch that, though. I think it's worth denying them explore. Would have liked to have drawn a spell on the last 2 turns, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. Another Spyglass Siren. Okay. Suppose we'll do it again. If it was good enough to do earlier, it's good enough to do now, right? go ahead and pick up our Torch the Tower. Specifically the middle one. Gix? Sure. Go ahead and questing and see what we find here. Wow, that was pretty bad. About as bad as it gets. I don't like this, but I think I have to. Steaming Sauna is fine. Another Spyglass Siren. So many Spyglass Sirens. Oh, Steaming Sauna. We can Roaring Furnace down their Spyglass Siren here. Well, that's the full set of Spyglass Sirens, right? It is. No more. We're both having some pretty anemic draws here. That was an above average draw. Has to be Storm Chaser's talent. Yeah, those two. Just make the most sense. Let's go grab an island. Well, we don't have any islands left with both of them in play. Suppose we just fight here then. That way if they draw an Enduring Curiosity, they don't get to draw 2 cards. It's probably the correct play. We just need to keep them from being able to claw themselves back into this game. Okay. Steaming Sauna doing some work. No, they didn't. Their deck has a similar problem to ours. When they don't get their card draw engine going, their deck just kind of falls flat on its face. We have kind of the same problem if we don't get a Storm Chaser's talent going or Enduring Vitality. Yes. This deck does do a really good job of getting a really slow incremental advantage over every single turn. Played a lot of cheap cards that all do things very well. Go a long way in matchups like this where like we're only playing 20 lands but opponent's playing 26. The odds of them drawing 1 or 2 extra lands that can cost them the game is a lot higher than us. Our extra lands being Bushwhack and Analyze the Pollen being spells that actually matter late game are nice. Or that can matter. They don't always matter, but... I think here on turn 1 we're just playing Copperline Gorge so we can torch the Tower of Bat if it comes down. Scorching Dragonfire is a good draw. We're just going to murder their creatures so they can't play Gix and draw cards. Nashi, okay. We're going to Scorching Dragonfire the Nashi. Kind of go for the throat. Oh, that wasn't a bad draw. It's kind of nice here that we're going to be able to get all of the spells out of our hands so that there's nothing opponent can like their Deep Cavern Bats and their Duresses are going to be pretty dead for the majority of the rest of the game. Song of Torrent. Okay, let's just go ahead and pick up a Scorching Dragonfire. And then we'll pass. I don't want to get... Alright, opponents had enough. They said that Scorching Dragonfire is too much. I like where we ended. I think I like where our deck list is at the moment. It's feeling good. I think this is probably where we're going to end the stream for this evening. I do want to change... I think this other Obliterating Bolt probably should just be a Scorching Dragonfire. I think I like that. All right, I like where we ended today. Wouldn't mind having a third Roaring Furnace maybe in the main, but so far I'm liking what we're at so far. It's feeling pretty good. It's feeling pretty good. Nobody wants to watch me play Call of Duty. I'm washed at that game. It used to be decent at one point in time, but not anymore. But thanks everyone for watching. I appreciate the support. I hope everyone had a good time. Thank you for the followers. If you haven't followed, you want to throw a quick follow on there, I'd appreciate it. It helps me out. Gets me some more numbers going here. Everyone have a good rest of your night, and I will be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Time. Have a good night, everyone.